Hi everybody, this is Mohammed Maxwel Hassan here, and for this COVID-19 documentary, I'm going to throw my hat in the ring, trying to offer some contributions by answering a few questions, and without further ado, let us jump right in. My name is Mohammed Maxwel Hassan, and I'm all about the art of captivating communication. I strongly believe that if you have the right message to the right person at the right time in the right way, you can drastically impact someone's life. Whether that be through stories, whether that be through videos, the written word, what have you. You can really drastically impact someone's life, and that's something that I've always set out to do. When the Ontario school shut down, that's when I really felt like this thing was gonna take over our lives. Before it was in the background, but now became more in the forefront, especially when the school education system shut down. That's when I realized, yeah, it's serious. A lot of people were panicking over toilet paper, but surprisingly for me, that wasn't the first on my list. Actually, the first time I heard that grocery stores are going to be very limited, I was mainly concerned actually about my fridge. I was thinking about what to stuff it with, because I got to fill up my food with, my stomach with food. So I was thinking about what to buy, and so I stocked up on cherry pie, almond milk. Yeah, it's actually a thing. Almond milk is a thing. You can get milk from almonds. I've been working on this plant-based diet just to get a little healthier. And French fries. French fries is good, tasty. And macaroni. You can't go wrong with that. So just stocking up on food. Those were the first things that were on my list in terms of this pandemic shopping. I would say that I was a 5. Luckily, my lifestyle isn't something that revolves around travel, so nothing was disturbed in that regard. But at the same time, I never realized that you can be cooped up in your house, and the pleasure and the simple act of going outside is taken away. The privilege, that was the word I was looking for. The privilege of going outside, it can be easily taken away like that. So what I could have done to be more prepared is to be more proactive in planning for this, in terms of how do you work out at home, how do you do day-to-day operations at your house, and figure out how do people live in this way. So that's what I could have done better. Luckily, in this line of work with education, anything you do offline, you do online. Now, of course, you'll never retain the same amount of energy. It's nothing the same like when you have a class filled with people, you have a big crowd, and you can really work off of each other. But you can still disseminate the information. See, like with videos like this, you can still have Zoom live meetings. And so it's translated nicely online. And the good news is, as well, is that you're not just limited by the physical numbers. You can reach worldwide, and that's, I think, really special. In my case, I wouldn't say I have a break. Actually, a lot of the work, like I said before, is just shifted online. But what I have been doing is trying to educate myself on new tools. There were new things that I didn't even know existed that I felt were tremendously helpful. For example, Zoom. I didn't really get involved with that, but now that I have, I'm like, this is a very useful thing. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Zoom made like $4 billion in just 3 months. Talk about capitalizing on the situation, being on the right place at the right time. It's been something phenomenal for their end, and so they've done spectacular in that regard. So just navigating through those different tools, learning, reading, watching videos, podcasts, just trying to nourish the mind and nourish the spirit. Now, I'm no biologist, I'm no expert, but from what I gathered, the singular source was a bat in China. That's where the actual virus came from. Now, how that bat, had that virus transferred over to human beings, that jump from species to species, that I do not know. As they say, hindsight is 20/20, so we can easily look back and say, oh, you could have easily prevented this from happening because of this bat, but it's hard to say what we could change. The only thing I would say is being more proactive, in the sense that when you start to realize, for all the experts who are noticing that this thing is it may look like a flu, but it's quickly spreading. I think if they quickly shut down the borders, quickly acted on it, and not downplaying certain things, I think we could have been more proactive as opposed to reactive. So, as they say, you pick up the pieces and you move on, but I think, as they say, an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. We don't want to scramble around shutting down everything, as opposed to we could have easily locked it in and mitigated the situation in the best way. Some of the funniest things I've seen is the overreactions of people when they cough in public places. I think that really gets to me because it's hilarious when you just do a simple, innocent cough and everybody just gives you a dirty look like, does this person have a corona? And then they just scatter off, or they just happen to pack a sanitizer in their jacket pocket, all these different skits. And you laugh a little because, it's funny how something as small as a cough can just cause mayhem, but sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. Well, you can find me on a number of different platforms. I'm on Instagram, Mohammed Maxwel with one L. I'm on Facebook, m.maxwel Hassan. I'm also on Twitter, Mohammed Maxwel, again, one L. And if you want to email me, my email is mohammedmaxwell@gmail.com. It's been a pleasure. Hope this contribution to the COVID-19 documentary has been helpful in any way, shape, or form. Stay safe, everybody. Have a good time and make the most of the situation. As they say, with every crisis comes an opportunity. So make the most of this opportunity, and who knows what can come from this. So stay safe. Peace, everybody. All the best.